Hi folks, it's Richard from Inclusive Driving. This video is my experience of the 10 most misunderstood rules in the highway code. These are things that I see on a daily or weekly basis giving driving lessons to my learners, but also behaviour I see from other drivers out there in the wide world. So let's do a countdown of the 10 most misunderstood rules in the highway code. Number 10, the amber traffic light. Ask most drivers what the amber traffic light means and they will say, get ready to stop. It's not right. The amber traffic light means stop, unless it would be unsafe. For example, if you are so close to the traffic light on the amber light that you would end up stopping in the middle of the junction, you would carry on at the amber light. Or if you checked your mirrors and there was a large vehicle very close behind you, where if you put your brakes on, you would be rear-ended. You would carry on the amber traffic light. But otherwise, amber does mean stop. Number 9, the flashing amber light at a pelican crossing. On a pelican crossing, when the green man flashes, pedestrians are allowed to continue crossing the road, but should not start to cross the road. They should wait on the pavement. At the same time, you have an amber flashing light for the car drivers. This means if the pedestrians are still crossing the road, you wait, but if they have all safely got to the pavement, you can proceed. You do not need to wait for the green traffic light. Number 8, the green traffic light. If you check the highway code, you will see that green means go if it is safe. It doesn't just mean go full stop. If there is traffic still in the junction from the previous traffic light phase, for example traffic waiting to turn right, you should wait. If you cannot clear the junction, you should also wait. Number 7, the Box Junction gamble. Ask most people what a box junction means and they'll tell you it means you can't stop in the yellow box. And that's kind of true, but that's not the rule. Most people think that you can go into the box and crawl through as long as you do so without coming to a stop. Well, the rule is quite clear. Do not enter the box unless your exit is clear. If you're not 100% certain that there's room for you on the other side of the yellow box, do not enter the box. If it's a traffic light controlled junction, you're probably better off waiting at the traffic light. So it doesn't mean enter the box if you think it might be clear by the time you get to the other side. It means do not enter the box unless your exit is clear. Number 6, turning right at a box junction. Here's an example of where you can stop in the yellow box. The green car is turning right, and if you look at the diagram, that road on the right is clear. That's the exit. So the green car is allowed to enter the box because its exit is clear. It's come to a stop because oncoming traffic is preventing it from turning right, but the exit is clear and you can enter the box junction. You can even enter the box junction to turn right if there's another car in front of you also waiting to turn right because your exit is clear. If there was a traffic jam in the road to the right, then your exit would not be clear and you would not be allowed to enter the box junction. Number 5, single yellow lines. A single yellow line simply means that there are parking or waiting restrictions at certain times. Parking and waiting is the same thing. Check the sign pinned to the nearest lamppost to see what times those restrictions are in force. You might be allowed to park there, and you'll probably be able to find a parking space that nobody else wants because they don't understand what the single yellow line means. Number 4, turning right when there is a filter arrow on the traffic lights. A green circular traffic light means you can proceed in any direction, and that includes turning right. You do not need to wait specifically for the right filter arrow to come on, but you do need to give way to oncoming traffic. If there is a filter arrow showing, you can proceed in that direction even if a red light is showing, and the oncoming traffic should be stopped, giving you a clear path, but always proceed with caution. However, if you have a green circular traffic light, you can still turn right. You do not need to wait for the green arrow to come on. Number 3, solid lines in the centre of the road. Most people will say that the solid line, if it's on your side of the road, means no overtaking. And again, that's half correct. It means you cannot cross over that centre line to the other side of the road. So in theory, if you can overtake somebody without going over that white line, then you can overtake. For example, a motorcyclist might be able to safely overtake a cyclist without going over the centre line. You can overtake a vehicle if it's a road maintenance vehicle such as a road sweeper or a digger if it's travelling at less than 10 miles an hour. The other thing that people often misunderstood is parking. You cannot park when there is a solid centre line, even if the line on your side of the road is the broken line. Number 2, deflection arrows. We find these at merge situations where 2 lanes squash into one. The meaning of the arrow is simply to indicate that the number of lanes is being reduced. It does not indicate that one lane has priority over another. So in this picture, it does not mean that the right lane specifically has to merge with the left lane. Be nice to each other. And number 1, timed bus lanes. Outside of the operating hours for the bus lane, you can drive in the bus lane. Well, actually, let's change that. It's not you can drive in it, it's you should drive in it. You should always be driving in the left lane unless you are overtaking or turning right. If the bus lane is out of hours, then that is the left lane and you should drive in it. So that's the end of this top 10 misunderstood rules of the highway code. Were there any that surprised you? Any that you didn't understand or were guilty of yourself? Let me know in the comments. And also, if you think there are other rules that you think are commonly misunderstood, let me know in the comments as well, and perhaps they'll make a future video. In the meantime, that's all for now, and we'll see you on another video very soon.